Welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar on CNBC-TV18, and as we have been mentioning, markets in a fine fettle in the festive mode already. So let's discuss the festive trends now, and as promised, we move on to the next guest on our show, DLF Retail. We'll discuss the festive season trends and generally the company's business outlook in the retail segment. We have with us the ED of the retail business, Pushpa Bector, that is for DLF, joining us now to discuss that and a lot more. Ms. Bector, good afternoon. Thanks a lot for joining us, and festive greetings to you and your team as well. And since we are talking about festive trends, I wanted to understand from you, what are the festive trends looking like? How are the footfalls in the malls? And if we compare it with pre-COVID levels, where do they stand now?
Good afternoon and festive greetings to you and everyone at CNBC-TV18. Well, I can tell you that April to September itself, before festive, we had reached around 95% of footfall pre-COVID, and if I compare it to pre-COVID levels, and the sales, however, had reached around 125 to 130%. So October to December, in fact, I'll stretch it till January, we look at a very strong festive season. We are seeing the impact already in our properties. The buying during, I would say, non-sale period, fresh merchandise has improved quite a bit. And we think that, the footfall should be crossing pre-COVID levels now, and the sales should show overall another 20 to 25% jump.
This is for the full year or just purely for the festive season?
Yes, this will be for the festive season. I'm talking about October to December. Traditionally, also, when we look at this season, 60% of our annual sale happens in this season between the H2 quarter, October till around Feb is the strongest in retail. But this time around, we think it's going to be much better because of 2-3 reasons. Reason number one is that people have not had big occasions to celebrate the past 2.5 years, and in weddings have been intimate too. Now the big weddings are back, so occasion wear is increasing. The designers are going to do much better than what they did earlier. We're already seeing, trends towards that. It's a long wedding season ahead for us, always, I think almost till June. Beyond that, the festivities, we do think that this time around, the occasion wear is going to be pretty strong.
Okay.
Come November, December, we have been witnessing late winter, so winter merchandise also will pick up. So an overall positive outlook is what I see.
Okay, so you are saying that in the coming months, you will see footfalls crossing the pre-COVID levels, or at least reaching the pre-COVID levels, and revenues around 120% of pre-COVID levels, or you have already crossed that? Ms. Can you? Okay, all right. So that is about revenues, that is about footfalls. I wanted to understand what is happening with your expansion plans now. You have a couple of expansions in the retail business in place. The big Mall of India is also under construction. It is supposed to be the largest mall in the country as well. Tell us, where does it stand in terms of construction right now, or commencement? And when these additional malls come into place, what kind of revenues in the retail business are you looking at?
So I can tell you that, let's talk about the properties which are under construction. So we have a very, very good vertical, which we're calling the plazas. The plazas are going to be anchoring our very strong residential catchments, be it in phase 5, we're coming up with Summit Plaza, and in Capital Greens, in West Delhi, we're coming up with another plaza called the Midtown Plaza. So these two properties are already under construction. And these are 300 to 350,000 square feet GLA in size, and they will be answering the neighborhood requirements and anchoring our residential catchment. Beyond that, we also have city center malls. We already have, redone our Saket property called it DLF Avenue Saket. We will be coming up with a similar property, much larger in scale, in Goa. And that's going to be a 650,000 square feet under construction property, which would be, another mall which would be fully air-conditioned and catering to the requirements of the Goan people. Today, post-COVID, what we see is most of Delhi Mumbai, Goa have got, people have got second homes. Some of them have shifted. We see people from Bangalore, Hyderabad, or Delhi and Mumbai. Quite a few good catchment developed within the city of Goa now, and that state of Goa. And that makes it extremely interesting for us as a catchment. So we are coming up with a property there.
Okay. What will be the overall, square footage which is under development?
So under development, under construction, I can say is almost, as I said, 380. These are two of them, plus in Goa. So 1.5 million is under construction already.
Okay.
And then the ones which are under evaluation and approvals process, etc., are a couple more, which we will talk about and unveil at the right time in terms of size and, all the other elements.
Okay, so you've spoken about Goa, you've spoken about shopping, you've spoken about festivals. I think that is everything that we all like. But just a number there, Ms. Bector. You spoke about how there are expansion plans in place. 167 crores in Q1 is what the mall business or the retail business did. Is it a run rate that you will continue, or with the festive trends that you spoke about, quarters from here on will get better? What is the average run rate you're looking at?
So I think, looking at the trends now, it's going to be, as I said, you can extrapolate. We would look at around 20 to 25% higher. And that has already been factored in, frankly, because we saw that the trends are positive at the start of the year. And we believe that it will be a strong retail year and we'll end with a good run rate. Of course, I'll not be able to divulge the exact number, albeit to say that it's a good 20-25% increase.
Thank you, Ms. Bector, for joining in. That is DLF Retail for you, sounding very optimistic. Things are looking up for them. Everyone is spending in full glory. But I guess this is what captures the upper end of, the more elite, the more rich people. It's not capturing the lower end of the spending. And so in that sense, you have to keep it in mind.
Oh, yes,
it's
absolutely.
Not a full proxy for the economy.
It isn't. But good to see people going out after 2 years, right? And because last 2 years were not normal. So any sort of extra, the excitement that we are seeing is something that is good. But of course, we'll keep that point in mind as well. But with that, we'll slip into a short break now. Before we do that, here's some great news for investors. You can now track US market actions